Well, the former Salvation Army shelter in downtown Austin is one step closer to reopening.
Today, City Council members moved forward with a plan to lease the building for a year. KVUE's Isabella Basco spoke with city leaders and nonprofit leaders about their plans for this site. Isabella?
Well, Brian and Ashley, the shelter on East 8th Street closed back in April and dozens of people were relocated. Today, Council approved a contract with the nonprofit Urban Alchemy to operate the site. When the Salvation Army shelter on East 8th Street shut its doors back in April, Zoe Kadri says it was unfortunate as an Austin resident and District 9 City Council member to see.
The Salvation Army kind of abruptly stated that they were pulling out without much of a notice to the residents of the shelter in the district, a shelter that largely houses or housed women and children. So, you know, that was a huge disappointment for us.
So here's a compromise and another solution that Kadri believes will help those experiencing homelessness. Austin City Council approved a 12-month lease agreement for the former Salvation Army downtown shelter. It'll cost more than $1 million. Who will operate it? It'll be Urban Alchemy, a California-based nonprofit who also is a service provider at the Arch, the Austin Resource Center for the Homeless. Council also approved a contract for the organization to add more funding, extend the Arch program, and to run the shelter formerly run by the Salvation Army, providing 150 beds. Urban Alchemy will get more than $4 million.
We'll have care coordination. We'll have substance abuse classes. We'll have connections for housing, connections for employment. We'll have arts and engagement, health and wellness.
The Salvation Army's downtown Austin shelter shut its doors a few months ago, saying the building is beyond repair.
So we're going to start out with life-saving renovations that make the space habitable.
KVUE News also reached out to the Salvation Army for a statement, which says in part, the approval of the lease is based on the National Salvation Army's Board of Trustees and the city coming to agreeable terms. The lease agreement starts next month. Later this summer, Council will consider providing up to 300 more beds by setting up a temporary emergency shelter facility at the marshalling yard on Airport Commerce Drive.